Because the last time Anthony Weiner was going around holding press conferences, this is what they look like.
I've never, as I've said in my statement, I never met any of these women. I never was in the same room with them. I was never had any physical relationship whatsoever. Of course I would. No, I did not. I did not.
Will you help to support Arnold's love child?
Today I am announcing my resignation from Congress.
Yeah! Bye-bye, pervert!
So my colleagues can get back to work. My neighbors can choose a new representative. And most importantly, that my wife and I can continue to heal from the damage I have caused.
Those scenes, of course, unfolded during Anthony Weiner's Twitter sexting scandal 2 years ago. Weiner, you'll remember, was a rising star congressman from New York with what seemed to be very promising mayoral aspirations until he was forced to admit that he had, in fact, among other things, attempted to tweet a photo of himself in a pair of cotton boxer briefs to a woman who was not his wife. And while it seemed at first to be the kind of episode that might ultimately be written off as an embarrassing footnote, the Anthony Weiner sexting scandal turned out to have exactly the right ingredients for a resign from Congress level scandal. For starters, his name is Anthony Weiner. He was a brash and ambitious and had made enemies on both sides of the aisle in Washington. There were photos. He was married at the time, and his wife, Huma Abedin, just happened to be an incredibly compelling political figure in her own right as a top advisor and perhaps the closest confidant to Hillary Clinton, the woman at the center of the most famous political sex scandal in American history. Oh, and his wife was pregnant at the time. And again, because it cannot be overemphasized, his last name is Weiner. Seriously, do not underestimate the importance of the name thing. With folks at Talking Points Memo reporting today that whether on purpose or by coincidence, the overnight rollout of the Weiner mayoral campaign had the effect of preventing the sleazy front page puns that might have graced the covers of the city's tabloid papers if the announcement had been made today. Quote, the Weiner's campaign won't say whether they purposely let the Big Apple's tabloids in the dark. A night editor who works at one of the two papers told TPM staffers they were certain Weiner's timing was designed to shaft them. That's exactly what he did, the source said. Everyone was pissed. And of course, the Daily News still could not resist going with the headline, Weiner's all in online. But now, with or without the dirty puns, 2 years after he resigned in disgrace, amid questions about his anatomy from a producer of Howard Stern's radio show, Anthony Weiner is trying to recreate his political career through a post-scandal second act.
Look, I made some big mistakes, and I know I let a lot of people down. But I've also learned some tough lessons. I'm running for mayor because I've been fighting for the middle class and those struggling to make it my entire life. And I hope I get a second chance to work for you.
The second act is something many a scandal-plagued politician has achieved before. It is something Mark Sanford achieved just a couple of weeks ago. But there is no guarantee that Anthony Weiner will have the same kind of success. Because, and this is really important, there are no rules for post-scandal second acts. There is no way to tell who's going to be able to pull it off and who's not. The whole process is haphazard and random and fascinating because I truly believe that at these moments we find out a whole lot about what exactly our society thinks is unforgivable and what isn't.